Hey friends, happy Friday. Welcome to another Live at 5. Every Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I do a live show, a live YouTube video on this channel. I call it a reseller community night because it's an opportunity for resellers to get together and talk about all things reselling online in 2020. It is Friday, November 27th, the day after Thanksgiving. I'd love to hear from you in the chat. How was your Thanksgiving? And how was today, what is typically called Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving? How was it for you? Did anyone do anything in particular in their reselling business, like have a big sale on eBay? Did anybody buy inventory for their business and get some great deals? I'd love to get a check-in from you about how things are going in your reselling business. Also, how things are going in your life with your family around Thanksgiving. If you happen to be new to my channel, welcome. I'm Quenby. I'm a part-time reseller. I've been selling almost 10 years on eBay and a little over 2 years on Poshmark. It's a part-time gig. I'm a full-time psychotherapist, and I have another channel called The Grateful Therapist, all about mental health. If you ever want to check that out and learn maybe a little bit more about how to have good boundaries, how to manage your anger, all that mental health psychology stuff, you can find me over there and chat with me there too. I see so many friends coming into the chat. Thank you so much for being here on another Friday. We love to talk about all things reselling. We love to talk about buying wholesale from places like B&G Trading, Backstock. Jomar is one of my favorites. We talk about ways to get inventory. We encourage each other and give each other tips for reselling online. So I'll say hey to everybody in the chat. So make sure if you are watching or listening that you type your name in and say hi. We have such a welcoming, fantastic community of resellers here. So we would love to hear from you and let you join us. And then I want to check in with you guys. I had a pretty big week in reselling. I feel like I was on YouTube. I think I was on YouTube every day this week, doing some reselling related video. So I'd love to talk to you about that. Oh my God, James, I love you. Our friend James, who's the Antique Boutique and one of my helpful moderators and friend, I'm first. Oh my God, he was here at 3:47. So if you're newer to the Friday show, we have a lot of the same crew that show up to support each other and make connections and network every single week. And we've got a little running joke about who ends up here first. It's usually Holly. So I don't know what she's thinking about this, James. Here's Holly. She was here half an hour early at 4:28 and said, I was looking and didn't see it. Man, I don't know, a little fun rivalry with our friends in the chat. Torvald is here. He comes up at 5:20 just to say hello. He's my 9-year-old son. You often see his clips in my YouTube videos. He loves YouTube. He's watching YouTube right now. And Melissa's here from Vandy's Closet. Look at her with that pink hair. She's such a beauty. So, Melissa and I did a video. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it, but I was on Melissa's channel on, what day was that? Just a couple days ago. And we did a live video on her channel about to bot or not to bot, whether to use animation, in other words, a bot to share your Poshmark listings. We talked about the risks of that. We talked about the different services. We talked about the ethics of it. It was a really great hour-long discussion. So if you're someone who's wondered about that, not sure, the ins and outs of that, head on over to Melissa's channel at Vandy's Closet and watch that video and let us know if you have any questions or comments, because we might do another one together. And I just had such a fun time with her collabing. Sarah Lee's here. Hi, Quenby. Hey, everyone. Hi from Capitol Hill neighborhood of Seattle. Happy Friday. How are things going in Seattle right now? We are still in the middle of COVID cases rising, and that's changing a lot for us. I haven't gone out thrifting. I'm here in Northern California. I'm an hour north of San Francisco. And out of all of us, I swear I was like the last person for thrift stores to open and even go. So I only went a few times when they finally opened. And now I'm kind of not going again because it just seems a little risky. So what do you guys think about that? Are you sourcing? Are you doing all your sourcing online? If you are, how are you getting good stuff? Dresden Avenue's here. We had a couple chats on Instagram. She's such a cutie. Woo, this chat's bumping already. Have you done your Friday shoulders? Do them now. I think, did I tell you guys? Petey, was that you? My partner Petey's in the other room. And didn't you say we should get like a t-shirt made? He's like, we should get like a Friday shoulders reselling t-shirt made. And then next year when we all go to Posh Fest, Peter can wear it. Ruth is here. Hello, everyone. FYI, blue boxes are still available. If you don't know, the Goodwill sells things online, like the Goodwill outlet bins, and they do this thing called blue box. They're pretty cheap. They're hit and miss, like most mystery boxes. I haven't gotten one recently. Did anyone else get one? Let me say hi to everyone, and then let's get into all this chat stuff. Barbara Babash is with us. Good evening. Oh, she says, so good to see you. Oh my God, it's Rebecca. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good. Rebecca, the reseller. She also has a great reselling channel, and she just gives away a ton of education about reselling. She's super thorough. She does Posh closet reviews on her channel. We've done a couple collabs. Maybe it's time for another one, Rebecca. I always love collabing with you. Lindsay's here from Lindsay's Posh Love. You definitely want to be following her on Instagram. One, she has the cutest little dog, but she gets some really good stuff. I mean, I get the sense from what I've seen that she sells a lot of higher end designer brands and stuff, and she gets some really good sales. Like, I think that, what was a Kate Spade purse? You sold something really cool, like a purse. Really, she sells like some more big money sales. I'm more of a quick flipper. I'm more of a like my sales right now, I'm talking like $12, $15. If I get a $30 sale, I'm like, yes, you know. And I mix in some other stuff, but it seems like she knows a lot more about getting like more designer good stuff in her closet's awesome. So go find Lindsay. Okay, good stuff. Oh, Cynthia's here. Hello, good night. It's 5 p.m. here in California. Some of you, let us know in the chat where you are in the country and what time is it there. Oh, the chat just jumped and I missed everyone. Did my girl Lisette make it though? There she is. Happy Friday, says New England Betty Boop. You've got to be following her at Posh is My Purpose on Instagram because she's just so inspiring. She's so well loved by our community. She does a lot of great motivational, positive, inspiring posts and also workout posts, which I love to watch because I'm like, oh, the girl's getting healthy. Let me move on up. I see so many friends. Beth Tillman is here. I went to the bins today. You went to the bins? Remind me again. I'm sorry if people have already told me. Always feel free to remind me your actual name, not just your username, so we can all learn and get to know you better. And also where you are in the country and where do you sell? Because that'd be great. I haven't been to the bins in so long. My bins here in Santa Rosa, California are closed at least until January 2021, and then we will reassess. So I haven't been to the bins in a year at least. Rebecca, the reseller, is commenting that my video with Melissa at Vandy's Closet automation video was great. I thought it was a really good conversation. I think we should maybe do another one because there's just so many questions about automation, meaning using like a bot, a Chrome extension or something to help you with your Poshmark. Kind of a hot, it's kind of a controversial topic. I feel like we did the best we could to be honest, give a lot of information, and just let people decide where they fall on it. Okay, we got Mama Roseling here, the best name. Hey, girl. Hey, Mama Roseling, great to have you here. And we've got Merch Mayhem, new to the channel, just found you from Vandy's channel. Binging your videos now. I love it. What's your name? Merch Mayhem is a very cool username. I love that when I do a collab and I get to make some new friends. I'm so glad you joined us. Tell us a little bit about yourself in the chat. Where do you sell? What do you sell? Where are you from? Really great to have you. If you're watching this either live or the replay, make sure you have subscribed and hit that little bell so you know when we do videos. And make sure you hit the like button. That helps me out. Creative Heart is here saying hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. You were here last week too. Great to be showing up again. Thank you all for showing up. I said hi to Ruth, I think, Rodriguez, but I did a video this week, and it was a video about buying wholesale new with tag clothing. It's one of the ways that I've been growing as a reseller in 2020, especially during COVID times when I'm not out shopping, is researching other ways to get inventory shipped right to my door. Wholesale is another way to get new with tag inventory, which is fantastic to have. And also, if you live somewhere where you can't get great brands, wholesale is another way to do that. There's so many wholesale companies. But I did kind of an unboxing and review on a new wholesale company, new to me, called Backstock. And my friend Ruth was the one who messaged me on Instagram and said, hey, Quimby, I like this company. Why don't you check it out? So I did. I always appreciate tips like that. I thought I saw Leslie in the chat, but I'm not seeing her comment. But if you're here, Leslie, at A Reseller's Passion, I always love seeing you. How was Thanksgiving? How was the kids? Murrayed Life is here. Alicia over at Murrayed Life, another fantastic YouTube channel with tons of great content over there. She has a real variety of content too. And she just put a video out. She tried a sharing service called Reseller Assistant, and she kind of reviews that. So that's one of the companies that we talked about on Vandy's Closet channel. Definitely make sure you check that video out, guys. Beth Tillman. Hi, Quimby and everyone, she says. And Kelly's here. Hi, Quimby. Hello, all eating pie and listening. Did you guys do like a traditional Thanksgiving and all that? And are you eating the leftovers? Where today is the day after Thanksgiving. I kind of said, hey, I'm just having me, Peter, Torvald, and my mom and my nephew Shane came over. They're kind of in our safe pod. And I was like, I'm not doing a whole turkey thing. Usually I have a group of people I always host. I'm not making the whole thing this year. So I made like a huge pot of beef stew. It cooked all day. And we got some really good bread from the French bakery. Peter waited in line because it sells out and there's a long line at the little French bakery. So that was great for us. And did you guys see my collab video that came out on Thanksgiving with Kelly? Let us know in the chat. Did you see our Thredup handbag unboxing video, and what'd you think of that one? I love collabing with Kelly. She's got one of my favorite channels. Castell's Posh Closet is here. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Barbara is here. We've got some great friends that show up every week, and then some of you I just get to see every once in a while. Is that your kid or your grandkid, or who is this, Barbara, in your picture? Super cute. And Roxy, one of my all-time favorite humans, reselling friends of the channel. Hello, I'll be listening and photographing. Almost done with the semester, and then I can catch up on all the videos. Yay! Foxy Roxy has a channel where she does a lot of Thredup unboxings and reseller stuff. She's also a student, a nurse practitioner student, so she's kind of like part-time in and out of reselling, and she's been a friend of the channel since the very beginning, so I just appreciate her whenever she can make it to anything. Restyle Secrets is here. Hey, Heidi, I saw your post on Instagram about your video. Restyle Secrets is taking the plunge and starting a YouTube channel, absolutely brand new. I think she has like one video up there, maybe two. And she was sharing about that on Instagram. Oh my God, I don't even want to go back and watch my original videos. In fact, when anybody does, it's embarrassing because you have to start somewhere. And there's a huge learning curve on YouTube. Here is my good friend, Leslie. Over 30 people here. I see 38 right now. Smash that thumb. Sometimes you have to like make your screen smaller to hit the thumbs. And also, if you're here and you happen to have your phone out, or you happen to have the ability to open another tab, you could go over to my other channel, The Grateful Therapist, subscribe over there and turn on the bell so you get notifications, and then you'll remember to go over there and check out some of those fun videos too. I'm trying to grow that channel. It's brand new, just a couple months old. Now I've got to find this comment up on the screen, and there it went away. Okay, let's see. We said Lisette is here. So many good friends are here, and Barbara's saying, it's my grandson. His face is so silly, I had to use it. Oh my God, I love it. Mo made it here from Albuquerque. What's happening, Mo, in Albuquerque? Albuquerque? Did anybody do any shopping today? I did for my business because, I mean, if you don't know, it's like Black Friday, whatever. I don't even know why it's called that, but there's a lot of people doing big sales. So like, you know, I love Jomar Wholesale. They're doing free shipping. I think for the rest of the weekend. I know it's definitely today. And that's a big deal. Like, because I buy from them. They're in Philadelphia, Jomar Wholesale, and I'm here in California. So it's always like 40 or 50 bucks to get a box shipped here, but they're doing free shipping, you guys. That's a huge saving. I also, in my description section, have a link and a discount code for Jomar Wholesale to get 10% off. So you can get free shipping and 10% off. That's big savings. So definitely check it out. You know what I'm saying, friends? Beth says, has anyone used their Real coupon to source? I have not shopped on the Real. It's a more higher end designer site. So I don't know about that. Christy Blocker's here. Hello, reselling family. Oh my God, I just pulled something in my back, grabbing stuff out of the car. Christy, that happened to me. I've been icing my back and taking the ibuprofen. I was actually filming a video, cute story real quick. So I did my collab with Kelly Schaffner, and we opened a Thredup handbag box. It was really fun. It was my first handbag box. And, but my box was so late. Like, my Thredup box all got shipped to me out of order. So I ordered this box, like, it took like 3 weeks to get here. And so I started recording my intro, and I'm like, oh, this is a collab with Kelly. It's our first handbag box. I love Kelly Schaffner, her channel. Then I get the box, I open it up. I'm filming, mind you, and I open it up, and it's not a handbag box. It's a women's clothing box. I'm like, how did this one get here so fast? The other one hasn't even got here. So I go to shut the camera off, Christy Blocker, and I pulled my back out, had a little spasm. It's better now. It took a few days, but I can totally relate. But that was funny. I had to delete the intro and go, oh my gosh. Oh, this is funny. Rebecca says, Quimby, you're like a yearbook for resellers. You know everyone's deal. Hey, you guys are my friends. I try and follow what you're doing. Like, I don't have a ton of time to spend on Instagram and YouTube, so I go right to my friends. Like, I go to my subscriptions. I look and see what videos people have. I try and interact with people on Instagram, so I like to know what people are doing. Melissa says, oh yeah, my first videos are so cringy. Is Islet Dreams Reseller here from Charlene? She was telling me, she watched some of my old videos, like the first one from like a year and a few months ago. And I was like, no, has like 100 views. I'm like, don't go back and watch those. It's like, I did no editing. I had no idea about lighting. I'm just talking. It was like, they're not good, but you have to start somewhere. That's why on YouTube, you guys, it takes like, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before you get monetized. And most people, that takes anywhere from, around a year, let's say, or more for most people. Not Leslie, because she's Leslie. But anyway, it's so that you can learn how to do thumbnails and learn how to edit and learn how to make content, reselling content that people want to see. And, there's a reason it takes that long. YouTube is smart. My friend Deborah Anderson. Deborah, how was your Thanksgiving? Did your girls bring you over some food? She's in Texas. She recently is kind of like retiring and doing some reselling to supplement her income. It's so smart. But she says, I got to check out a lot of video this week. Restyle Secrets, Kelly Schaffner, Dresden Avenue, maybe even more. I'm binging good stuff. Always leave a comment on people's videos. Watch the whole thing through if you can, if you want to be supportive. That's the sort of stuff that helps us out. Just that's super helpful. Okay, let's see what everyone's up to. Yeah, Holly says, I was supposed to be part of the handbag collab with Kelly and Quimby, but I still have not got my boxes. So many of you know, I know, Holly, we'll just do another one. We'll figure out another collab. I mean, most of you know Thredup right now is having some growing pains, right? Like Thredup a little while ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that, announced all their changes. So they're totally changing their processes and their regulations and rules and stuff around people sending them in stuff to sell on Thredup. I just think Thredup is going through a lot of changes all at once, and there's bound to be some errors and stuff, people are getting the wrong boxes, people's stuff's getting lost or damaged. Like, there's just some stuff going on. Now, I love Thredup, so I take the good with the bad. That's kind of how I do life and everything, because that's the way it all goes. But, so hopefully you'll get your box. If not, just order something else. Ooh, Cynthia says, I found some great vintage items for Christmas to sell or to decorate yourself. Does anyone do anything in particular for their reselling business around the holidays? Is anybody like, hey, I'm getting ready for the holidays. I want to have ugly Christmas sweaters. Or is there certain stuff you try and have in your store? The way I've tried to prepare for it that I think might be working a little bit, I think this week I'm starting to see the first results. Many of us talk about this, but I try to have new with tags inventory for gifts, because a lot of people go on places like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, all the places to buy things. And I think this year, especially with COVID stuff, people are not going to want to go out to the stores as much. So I hope that resellers see a lot of business. So I got a lot of new with tag stuff. I got an entire wholesale box from Shop Goodwill of nude tag size XL women's tops or something. So that was great. I ordered from Jomar and I got a women's clothing box. I got a B&G clothing box, nude tags. So I'm trying to have a lot of that. And I've sold a bunch this week, actually. You know, I've noticed like, oh, some of that nude tag stuff is starting to sell. So let's see what you guys have. Beth Tillman says, I did see the handbag videos with Kelly Schaffner and I enjoyed them. What was your favorite? Let's see. You guys are chatting with each other. I'm here, says Leslie. How was your Thanksgiving? Who was there? Was it just you and Thomas, or did you have some of the kids, or what? Here's Merch Mayhem says, I'm from, I guess, Southeast, maybe Florida, selling seriously for a year now. eBay, Posh, Mercari, Thredup, kind of jumped in everywhere. Love Rebecca, Melissa, and getting to know the new names you are introducing also. Here comes my son Torvald, who's 9. If anyone has any 9-year-old type questions about his favorite things, about his life, he's super into chickens. So he usually comes on at 5:20 just to say hi and hang out. Oh, James says, what's curtsy? And then somebody down here, I saw an answer. And Cynthia says, curtsy is a platform more for the young people in clothing like Patagonia, Pink, Free People. There are so many platforms. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of Vendoo, the cross-listing service. Let us know in the comments, are you cross-listing or using Vendoo or List Perfectly or something like that? I love Vendoo, and that allows me to cross-list from eBay to Poshmark. Now, you can also, what's with the long face, Torvald? Your face like this. A little smile there. There you go. But they have so many other platforms like that you can sell on. Like you can sell on Kitizen. You can sell on, I think Tradesy's new with Vendoo. And I have a really good link down in the description if you want a discount. It's either 20 or 25% from Vendoo, but that allows you to cross-post all your stuff onto other platforms so you get more eyes on your items. Rebecca says, I haven't been to the bins since February. Rebecca, is your little guy around? He could say hi to Torvald. Let's see. Barbara says, my nearest bins is 2.5 hours away. I only get to go when my husband has a doctor's appointment near there. Wow. See, my bins is like 20 minutes for me. And, you know, even when it was open, I wasn't even necessarily going because everyone's bins is different. If you don't know, that's the Goodwill outlet where you pay that by the pound. So it's just giant blue bins of stuff and you dig through, you fill up your card and you pay by weight. And mine is just so rough. But I did say I was going to get back and challenge myself to get back to keep my cost of goods low. Well, there's some Torvald questions. Barbara Babas says, Torvald, did you watch the Macy's parade today? No, we did not watch the Macy's parade. They have like a big, huge parade the day after Thanksgiving, so it's really famous. A lot of people watch it. I didn't even think to tell you about it. Sarah Lee says, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food, Torvald?
Definitely pie.
Definitely pie. What pies did you guys have? This year we had a pumpkin pie, and we also got like a Boston cream cake. Oh, that was so good. So that was fun. And Lisette says, hello, handsome Torvald. Turn that frown upside down. I know, doesn't he look like he's having a little bit of a long face like this?
Well, I've not trained myself to, how do you?
Yeah, you just smile, you know, have a little bit of
smile on your face properly.
He's missing, you know, he has his baby tooth lost in the front. How cute is that? Let's see what the people have to say. Sarah Lee Coleman, I was looking at her Instagram today. She's another, I love following her because she has beautiful photos of like vintage and antique clothing, hats, accessories. I just like love seeing that stuff. She's fun to follow and she sells some of it. Yeah, you could ask her. Oh, Gio, Rebecca says Gio, that's her son, is having some daddy time and watching Christmas Star Wars Legos. Is that like a movie? Then I put him to bed and hop off. You get a little mommy time. That's great. You got to like split it up. Okay. Leslie at A Reseller's Passion says, we had dinner with 4 of the children. I wasn't going to have dinner, but my son surprised us by coming home. Oh, I saw that on Instagram. He came home from the army. He's been gone a year and a half. I couldn't say no to my children. No way. And that's like a celebration. I was so touched when I saw that post. Or her sons, who's been away in the army, just surprised her and came home. Beautiful young man. And you could just see the happiness on Leslie's face. And I was just imagining her not seeing your son for a year and a half. And he surprises and don't do that to your mama. Don't go for a year and a half. But he's in the military serving. So that's fantastic that he's doing that. But yeah, I love that stuff. Beth Tillman said, our bins were not packed today. Also, I go through the picked over bins searching to find shoe matches. Oh my God. Do you guys have bin stories like that? I have so many bin stories. Like, I've been there where, so at the bins, if you guys don't know, they're these giant bins, huge blue bins. And at most of the Goodwills, they just throw the shoes in. So you can go and there's like piles of shoes and you pick through, and a lot of them are gross and dirty. And sometimes you'll find an awesome shoe in great condition, but you only find one. And it's like so maddening. That happened to me with a pair of Fry boots. And I spent so much time because they were like new black Fry boots. I finally sold them on Posh. They took a little bit to sell. I don't know why. I had them up kind of high maybe. But I finally found the mate. It makes you feel crazy. Like, there's this beautiful shoe. Where's the other? And some bins make an effort and try and put an elastic around to keep them together, but it's kind of impossible there. But oh my gosh, I've had that happen to me so many times where I find one amazing shoe and I just want to find the other one. I have found some great stuff at the bins though. I can't lie. Lindsay says, away and I haven't been in a while. I'd love to go, but I cannot leave my puppy all day at this point. I know. My sister has a puppy, a new one. She's got pugs, and she has to take it to doggy daycare every day because she needs to work from home now, and she can't get the work done because he's like crying or getting into stuff, and it's like having a kid, isn't it, Lindsay? Heidi, so you out of here? Okay. Thanks, T. I drank that too fast. Heidi says, I'm fortunate to have 2 bins within 30 minutes, but I'm not going currently. Are you not going because of COVID stuff? And what are they like? Like, everybody's bins are different. Like, some people's bins, I'm thinking of Kelly Schaffner. I've seen her videos where it's like a nice looking store. Mine are just so dirty, warehousey that it's like, it's so not a pleasant experience. And yet I still need to go because the deals are like unbelievable there. Oh, good. Charlene made it from Islet Dreams Reseller. Hi, Quimby. I brought in $98 probably in a local Facebook marketplace cash sales today and 45 more ready for pickup. That's a fairly typical day when I work at listing. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. So she does a lot of Facebook marketplace sales. Do you guys do that? I don't really do local sales. I guess I could. But I'm mostly a clothing reseller, and I guess you could sell clothing on there. I've seen it, but I haven't done it yet. Let's see. Dresden Avenue says, Poshmark requires that offers are a minimum 20% of price. So people can't offer like $1. None of my inventory is too precious to give people a great deal for a day. Let's see. I must have missed something up there about this talk about Poshmark and the sales. So one of the things we talked about, last week on the show is where that conversation about sharing on Posh started. And I'll never forget when our friend in the chat right now, Barbara Babash, said, I don't share. And we were all like, what? Because most of us think of sharing on Poshmark as like something you have to do to make sales. Because when you share, your item goes to the top of the search and it helps you make more sales. And I had said, hey, I am paying so much on Upwork to hire a human being. I'm paying between $80 and $100 a month to share. And I kind of took a pause on that. I'm like, I need to reevaluate what I'm doing with the whole Poshmark sharing thing. For me personally, and I know this is not true for everybody, but for me personally, I cannot sit there and share my 400 to 500 items on Poshmark every day, twice a day, because I start to just lose my mind. I get so aggravated and resentful of the Poshmark platform when I have to do that. And I love Posh. And I tend to sell things for more money on Posh than I do on eBay, but not as many sales as I do on eBay. So I'm kind of reevaluating that whole thing. And that's kind of where the conversation started. It's not a new conversation, but what inspired Melissa and I to go live on that channel, on her channel this week, and talk kind of all about it. But I have not been sharing right now, and I'm not seeing a ton of Poshmark sales right now because I'm not sharing while I figure out what I'm doing around that. Where are you guys coming down on that? How often do you share? Do you share yourself? Where are you at with that issue right now? Okay. Let's see. Rebecca's saying, hey. And I'm trying to catch the conversation you guys have been having. Dresden Avenue says, I've been doing free with purchase items like new tag socks that I found at the bins, little stocking stuffers. Oh, that's cool. So is it in each listing for you? Like, do you put, hey, when you buy this item, you'll get these new tag socks? Or is it just something you're putting in as like a gift? Or how does that work for you? Cynthia says, we will do a virtual ugly sweater party with a Secret Santa opening gift this time with some reseller friends. Is that on Instagram? I keep missing things. Like, I know Lisette has been going live a lot, and it's like, I don't know if it's on Instagram or Facebook. I'm really not super plugged in with all that stuff, but I don't want to miss it. I need like a little reminder. Lisette says, also, if you're running a sale, send it to me in a DM or tag me on Instagram at Posh is my purpose so I can share it in my stories. See, this is what I love about our Friday show. It's what I love about Lisette. She's so generous that way. But I love that on this Friday community night, we share things like this. So it's like if you're doing a sale or a promotion or something, you can send it to Lisette and she'll share it on Instagram. I'm always happy to share stuff for you guys too. If you send it to me and say, hey, share this. And I sometimes ask people to do the same, like if I'm doing a giveaway or something like that. So definitely reach out to the community and ask for help around that stuff. Like Lisette says, I'm running a buy one, get one free sale until Cyber Monday in my Poshmark closet at Posh is my purpose. Wow, that is super generous. Buy one, get one free? Wow, that's amazing. Good for you. You're going to probably make a lot of sales. This is the stuff where I feel like if I was full-time, I would be able to really take advantage of these things more. Let me know in the chat, are you full-time or part-time reseller? How do you divide it up? How do you manage it all? One of the challenges of being part-time is it's always like, I need a certain amount of time and energy for my psychotherapy clients and billing and taking notes and scheduling and meeting with them. Plus, YouTube is really like another part-time job. Like I try and put out a few videos a week, so that takes a lot of time. And then I've got my son home distance learning. Tell me if you can relate to this. I think everybody is pulled in a lot of different directions. But I often think if I was a full-time reseller, I would be able to do things like this, like create promotions and sales, like sell a little bit on Facebook Marketplace, like Eyelid Dreams, buy pallets, have employees. Like I'd be able to do a lot more. But as a part-timer, I feel I'm somewhat limited because of the amount of time I have. Merch Mayhem says, hearing so much about wholesale, I hear different. Some say secretive and don't share, but others are very open in discussing it. Is there a saturation risk or truly enough to go around? Wow. So this is a really awesome comment and question. I love that you are putting it out there. If my friend Leslie's here, I'm sure she'll help us out with some comments. So wholesale 101 in a nutshell. What I have learned is that people are very protective, or you could say secretive, about sharing their wholesale connections. What I see typically is that people don't share. Even on YouTube, if they do a haul, they'll say, I got this at a wholesale, but I'm not going to tell you where I got it. And I understand and respect that for them. It's a business decision. Everyone has to decide for themselves what works for them. I respect it. I really do. For me personally, at this time, at this stage, I'm not doing it that way. Like I put out a wholesale video this week, and I shared exactly where I got it. It was from Backstock, and I shared exactly what I paid for it because that is my philosophy as a YouTuber reseller. Like I'm here to connect with people. I'm here to give information and educate. Now, it might be different, and let me know in the chat what you're thinking about this. Let me know your thoughts. I love respectfully talking about reselling strategies, you know, and not being judgmental and just sort of like, hey, this is where I am at with it. And that's fine. Like, I like being able to have differences of opinions. That's fine. People get to make a choice for themselves. For me, I don't personally understand the choice. So like what's happening for me, like I wanted to get a ton of Free People brand, because I love to wear it. I want it for myself, but I love to sell it. It sells well. So I'm watching all these videos of other people unboxing Free People stuff. And, but they won't tell you exactly what they paid, and they won't tell you where they got it, because it is, I think, thought of as competitive. But that's not super helpful for me. But I get it, because they're like, hey, if I tell Quemby and everybody else on this YouTube video where I got it, they'll go on there, they'll buy it, and we'll all have the same stuff and the market will be flooded. So there is some sense to it. So I understand that. It's just not how I'm personally choosing to do things now. I'm going to go down to the comments and see what you all think about this somewhat controversial topic. So it might be different in a circumstance where, say, I built a personal relationship with a wholesale company and I said, hey, I want to represent you. Give me a deal on your items. And I was the only one who had that item, and I built a relationship. It wasn't selling to everybody. Then I might be a little bit more closed-lipped about it, but most of us, that's not the case. So what people often say in their wholesale videos is, I'm not going to tell you where I got it, but you can do a simple Google search and it will come up. And if that's true, I don't understand why you wouldn't just tell us. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm misunderstanding. I am open to being challenged on this, but that's where I come down. But it's not a popular view. And I was a little afraid when I put out my backstock wholesale video that people were going to come back to me and be like, I can't believe you gave away that source. You ruined it for me. But I haven't got that yet. Maybe because, you know, I'm not a huge channel. But Leslie says, I agree with Quemby. Everyone has to follow their business philosophy. I share everything. I share because there is enough for everyone. We can all make money in this reselling game. That's kind of where I come down on it, but not everybody does, and I get it. Just do what you want to do. Melissa says, also, most people are not in the position of money or space to order pallets, so I don't think that it will be too flooded, in my opinion. Well, what I've noticed, like, and I talked about this, I put out a video. It says, like, what you need to know about buying wholesale clothing. And then it said Free People Haul on the video, on the bottom. That thumbnail, that is the video where I talk in detail about this, about issues like that, why I bought what I bought, why I'm going to certain wholesale companies, about I want this Free People merchandise, for instance. However, when I watch you unbox your Free People wholesale order, and then I go look up those items, it does seem like a flooded market on a lot of them to me. So I'm trying to find places where I can buy from a wholesale company, but select items rather than buy like a pallet. Oh my gosh, Lisette, only 28 thumbs up. Let's show Quemby some more love. We have 38 people watching, so there should be at least 38. And that's a transient number with people moving in and out. So please hit that thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed. Otherwise, you won't know when I do pop-up lives or other videos. Let's see what anybody else has to say about that. Antique Boutique, my friend James says, yes, for example, Jomar isn't wholesale. They are liquidation. Others, too, that are floor pulls and not wholesale. And it is true that people seem to use wholesale and liquidation interchangeably, but it's a little bit different. But they do say they're wholesale on their website. Okay. Let's see. Ruth says, I like to share. And Leslie says, I agree with Melissa. It won't be flooded. Many businesses are going out of business. This is a perfect time for us to get inventory. Yes. Heidi from Restyle Secrets says, wholesale is entirely different. All retailers buy wholesale and you get what you order. It's not a mystery. Well, but I have got mystery boxes from people who say they're wholesale. Like, I just buy a box and I don't know what's going to be inside, but I have an idea. Heidi says, I suspect the people buying the most liquidation pallets are not on social media. They're way too busy in their big warehouses. LOL. Maybe, yeah. I mean, not everybody's sharing everything. Islet Dreams Reseller says, Quemby, you do really good with so many irons in the fire. There's only so many hours in a day, as well as emotional energy to spare when you're working so closely with clients. Thank you very much for seeing that. I feel very seen and heard, and I appreciate that. I struggle with that quite a bit. I mean, I wake up very excited for the day most days, and there's so much I want to do, and I love lists. Are you a list person? Let me know in the comments. Like, I have lists that are like, I have a book of like longer term goal lists. Then I have like a pad with, and then I have like the daily things. And there's so much I want to do. And I do feel like there's not enough time. Plus, I would like to spend a little quality time with my son and my partner, Peter, and talk to people and check in. Like, my social life is not the best because I'm quite busy. And I just think it is a hard thing for each of us to figure out, you know, how to manage time that way and energy and resources. And then sometimes I look at people like my friend Leslie here. It's like, man, she does so much. She does so much in a day. Let's see what Beth says. I like the concept of repurposing clothes. It seems more environmentally responsible to me, but I get it that other people sell wholesale. Yeah, and I do a little bit of both, Beth, because one of the things I love about a place like Jomar Wholesale, Jomar Retail Treasures, is that I can buy secondhand boxes too, and they've actually been even better. Like, my best box from Jomar was the men's pre-owned clothing box. That was just amazing. And it was pre-owned, and I loved that. It's like thrifting. And that's why I love the Thredup rescue boxes. It's like Thredup is an online thrift store, so I'm getting secondhand stuff. So I like to mix it up in my business. You guys know that about me. I like to try new things. I like to experiment. I like to take a few risks. But I love getting the secondhand boxes. Like, I totally love that. Did you guys see my Thredup shoebox unboxing? Let me know in the chat. I mean, it was like the best box. And I want to report back to you guys. And I did this. I appreciate this about our Friday Live. I knew I was going to come on and talk with you guys tonight. So today, I washed all those shoes because I've come on this Friday show every week and said, oh, there's money in shoes. There's money in shoes, but I hate getting them and cleaning them, so they sit in a pile. So I unboxed that. What day did I do that? Like last week? It was the best. A lot of people said in the comments, that's the best box I've seen. And I washed them today out in the sun. It was like 60 degrees here in California. Wash those up, and they're ready to go. They're ready to take pictures of. It was so awesome. Leslie says, I'm a list person. I work off a daily list of 5 tasks. I make sure I accomplish the top 3. Yeah, and I prioritize them too. Sometimes I'll put little numbers. And listen, all the research shows, if you study entrepreneurs and all the data they've collected on wealthy people and entrepreneurs and business owners, if you write it down, it is more likely to happen. Bottom line, if you write it down, it is more likely that you will do it. Gets into your brain in a different way. Vandy says, I always say Vandy, Melissa, I plan to do liquidation, which I treat the same as thrifting. She's doing a lot of good business stuff over there. Holly at Hunter Ryan says, I like unusual, vintage, and quality fabrics, so I feel like the things I would get would not make me excited to list. Add to it, I seem to see most of the liquidation and wholesale are still high. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, my wholesale liquidation stuff, it usually seems to be between like $4 and $6 or something like that. But it depends where you live. Like, I'm in California. I can't get much for $4 at a thrift store here. I mean, it's so expensive here that for me, I live somewhere that's very expensive. That's the trade-off for living in California. So it's like, you know, I do better. I have a better cost of goods often on the boxes. James says, I told the folks at Jomar that if they're going to brand themselves as wholesale, they have to stop selling like they are a thrift store. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Beth says, I bought from another reseller who bought wholesale and resold lots. Yeah, I've seen that happening a lot too. I've seen that with pallets. It seems like market is currently flooded with those items. Hopefully they will sell through quickly. And sometimes it doesn't really matter. Like, if it's flooded, if it's a super hot item, like the Free People stuff, it might be flooded for a while, then it sells out. And not always, but the stuff I try and look and see like how many of these Free People skirts are out there. And a lot of people are buying pallets and then they're making boxes, mystery boxes and lots to sell to other resellers. So that's great. It's a great way for them to move inventory. It's a great way for us to benefit and get some of the good brands or the new tags items that they're getting. So yeah. Cynthia says, I love that, Lisette. Thanks for sharing in Posh on Instagram. She's awesome. She totally is. Some of you guys are saying, I like to share. Moving on back up here. There's a little bit of chatting going on. Deborah Anderson says, now that I'm a full-time reseller, I find that I have time management issues. Definitely something I need to work on. Just not enough hours in the day to do everything reseller related that I want to do. I know. I mean, I hear you. I think we do have to hold ourselves accountable. And I think we do have to prioritize our lists. Like for me, if I'm talking reselling, not my other jobs and businesses, but for reselling, I might write down list 10 items and I might write down like wash and clean and condition the shoes I got from Thredup. I might write down record a YouTube video. But you have to prioritize because with reselling, for me, the listing has to come first because that's the queen of all of it. Like it's the most important thing. And it's not the thing I always want to do because it's kind of you're just sitting there listing, or I might have to photograph and then I triage. It's like, oh, go help Petey with dinner. Nice try, mister, getting out of helping. I heard Petey from downstairs be like, Torvald, where are you? So it's like, you know, in my opinion, for me and my business stuff, it's like listing is always the most important thing. So it's like I write down list and I put a number 1 next to it. Like we have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to be listing more than we are or as much as we are shopping. You know, that is one of the catches. That's like a hang up for a lot of people that we have to be careful of. Not to be doing the fun part of sourcing inventory, looking online for things to buy for our business or out there thrifting or at the bins or whatever, or on Instagram. For a lot of us, Instagram's a huge time suck. Let me know in the comments. Like social media, where does that go on your list? Like I'm thinking for myself that I need to have some kind of accountability where it's like I just check Instagram maybe in the morning, in the evening, or morning, lunch, and evening. But sometimes I'll just be sitting there and I'm like checking my phone on Instagram. I love connecting on Instagram. It's social for me. It's my friends. And it can be used strategically for business. Absolutely. And if you're doing that, fantastic. It's part of your job. But for me, listing still needs to come first and certain things really need to come first. So I think we have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to be really careful so we don't get into these traps of like, shopping too much or socializing too much. Leslie says, I share on Poshmark Closet 3 times a day. It's part of my daily work schedule. So if that's the way you do it, like, I don't know how it doesn't drive you guys crazy. It's like, there's something about it where I'm like, click, click. I'm like, really? Like, it makes me nuts. Like, and maybe I need to just change the way I think about it. Like, this is my business. It's part of what I do. But for some reason, I get so agitated. But I've got to find a workaround. I either need to do it and change my mindset, sharing on Poshmark, or I need to hire it out, or I need to get off Poshmark. I don't want to get off Poshmark. I love a lot of things about Poshmark. I love the community. There's so many great selling perks on there. Like, it's a great platform. So I've got to figure out what works for me around that. Oh my gosh, Lisette says, I share my closet at least 4 times a day. What? Wow. See, and I'm sitting here doing it twice on a good day. So, you know, it is competitive. Well, look, Donna. Donna says, I run sales on eBay, but I have not done on Poshmark yet. It's a little harder to do a sale on Poshmark. It's not like on eBay where, excuse me, it's not like on eBay where you can set up a sale. You have to like make a special listing for your sale, or you have to advertise it on Instagram, or it's not as easy to do a sale. You can do like send out offers, 50% offers, but it's not as easy to do a sale. Melissa says, yeah, if I don't share, I don't make any sales. I think it really depends on how unique someone's items are. And Lindsay says, I share 3 to 4 times a day, but I rarely share to the parties any longer. Wow. So you guys, like, this is information for me and all of us. Like, to stay competitive, to make money. These people are sharing 3 or 4 times a day. I was hiring somebody from Upwork, and I was paying her $20 a week to share my closet twice a day. And so I'm not even like, I'm competing with people that are sharing 4 or 5 times a day. Like, take it in, people. Charlene says, my husband has taken on the job of sharing my closet once or twice a day. It's a small closet of only 100 items or so. He also folds laundry. Okay, send your husband over here. Like, Peter's super helpful. Peter does a lot more of like the housework and stuff and the fixing things, but he doesn't do my business stuff. Sometimes I'll take my packages to the post office if he's going out, and I love that. Wow, you guys. Donna says 3 or 4 times a day. Oh my God. And Holly says, I think listing more is better than sharing. I don't know. I'm not seeing that myself, but you might be right. Wow. And Leslie says you can now ship on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, I didn't know that. Actually, you know what? I do remember seeing that, but it didn't register. Like, if I can ship, it's like another selling platform for me. So maybe I need to look into that. Wow, I'm having such a bad hair day. Kelly's saying, score, Holly, well done. Holly says both her, I bet this is about the bins, are clean and decent. One is in an old Kmart store. Oh, so it's like a real store. People just aren't keeping to the distance rules right now, so I'm not comfortable. I totally hear you that. I hear it. Lindsay says like her dog is like being a new parent all over again. And Beth Tillman says, my bins are 5 miles away. I posted a pic of my bins on Instagram at Resell to Retire. I'm so glad you said that, because we chat all the time over the Beth, and it's like, I'm having a hard time keeping everyone's like username. If your username's different, like on YouTube, you're Beth Tillman, but on Instagram, you're Resell to Retire. I just have like, I get mixed up. That's awesome. You have a great bins. Ooh, Holly says, I just sold an Yves Saint Laurent velvet blazer I found at the bins for $400. Woo! I didn't see that on Instagram. Did you put it up? That's amazing. Wow, I haven't had a $400 sale like that. I've had a handful of $100 sales, but I have not had a $400 sale. Where is that comment? Way the flip up here. That's what my son watches. I'm really up there, huh? My son watches like Minecraft gaming channels, and they're not allowed to swear. He's not allowed to watch anything like that. So they're always saying, what the flip? It's kind of the same, but James says, I think Facebook Marketplace will put some of these platforms out of business. Woo! Maybe we should do a video about Facebook Marketplace or something. Designer Dad's Junkie made it. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Doesn't really mean anything to me anymore. My son's been off school all week long. Melissa says, I share 3 to 5 times a day, but I think listing and relisting is very important as well. It's all important. I mean, but I think on eBay listing is just like, it's so direct. I list, I make sales. I don't list, I don't make sales. It's like factual over there. It's like, that's just the way it goes. Poshmark, it's like, okay, is it listing that matters the most? Is it sharing? Is it, what is the most essential over there? Wow, 3 to 5 times a day. You guys are amazing. That's why you're making the money. That's probably why Poshmark for me has always been like my side hustle to my eBay. Cynthia said, I just found some vintage Christmas items for selling. Oh, that's awesome. Are you on Etsy then doing that? Leslie says, sharing doesn't bother me. I share them and move on. Wow, that's great. It must be me. I mean, I like to get stuff done. And Lisette says, when I'm sharing myself, I watch TV, and it's just second nature. I don't even realize it. That's awesome. And Holly said, my most productive day this month was a crane truck took out every phone, internet, and TV communication line for Lower Keys, and it was down for like 8 hours. Oh, so like you weren't doing other stuff. You were probably like just photographing or something. Yeah, I need to find a way to get like off the screen as much. Oh, Terry's here. Great to see you. I didn't let myself eat lunch today until I listed 5 things. Oh my God. We sometimes talk about that, right? Like doing some little reward systems. Like it works for kids. It works for adults too. Like, okay, if I do this, then I can go thrifting. Or if I do this, but don't do it around food. Like, you need to eat lunch, Terry. Oh, so Victoria's here. Hey, girl. I might try the to-do list and set a timer for the items on the list. I mean, anything like that, like just do that stuff. It really does work. Like, it's definitely worked for me. Like, okay, if I do this stuff, like I try and list first thing in the morning. I don't know, we're all different, but I've heard other people say this works for them. Listing, if it's reselling to-do list stuff, listings got to get done first. And so I always try and do that first thing. Like right now, my Torvald is 9 and he's home and he's doing distance learning. So he's there on his laptop at school. I'm on mine and I just bust the listing out right away. I try and do 5 to 10 items a day. That's my goal. With life right now, with Torvald being home, it's not possible that I do it every day the way I've been able to do maybe in the past, but I try and do it first. Like get that out of the way, get the essentials out of the way. That helps me. Some people are more like night owls and work at night, but you know, that's what works for me. Ooh, Sarah Lee says, I had one silk hand-painted vintage dress sell at a pop-up for $450. That's amazing. Yeah, there's money in unique items like that. And vintage is so hot right now. Heidi says, my weird thing this week is eBay auction of a Ducks Unlimited Collector's decoy loon. Oh my gosh, yeah. Cynthia said, Facebook Marketplace doesn't have fees, and some items you can ship for free. Not all the process is simple. They sent the label to your email, and it can be printing easy. Wow, I wonder if this takes off, if Facebook Marketplace takes off, I wonder if they'll start charging. Because what's the benefit? Like, I guess it's more people on their platform. Oh, look at this. Lisette says Cynthia Amons is putting out a video about Facebook Marketplace. Awesome. Go support that. Wow, I might have to look into that. To be honest, it's like right now, I have a lot of plates in the air. I know we all do, but I'm a part-time reseller. I probably put in more than part-time hours. I have YouTube. I have my psychotherapy channel, The Grateful Therapist, that I'm trying to get going. I have my therapy clients and all the stuff that goes along with that business. I have too many plates in the air. And it's like, I would love to try a lot of other things. Like I would love to be on Vendu, cross-listening to all those other platforms. I would love to do Facebook Marketplace. There's so much I would love to do. And I tend to like do something new for a while, master that. And then it's like, okay, now I'm ready to take on something else. At this particular time, like you have to know yourself and your limitations. You know, it's like, I don't know how much more I can take on at this time, but I don't know. Things always change. Beth Tillman says, my hubby glues and repolishes shoes and polishes shoes. Oh my God, that's awesome. You guys have some like helpers. That is so good. See, many of you are collecting in the chat. We just have a few minutes left. So now's a great time to put in any last minute sales you're doing, anything you want us to share for you, anything you want us to know about you and your business. Oh, Leslie, she says, Quimby, do you film your YouTube videos with a camera or your phone? This is like embarrassing. I was talking about this with Melissa from Vandy's Closet. I'm still doing everything with my phone. I film my videos with my phone. I mean, I have a Samsung and they've got really good cameras, but I'm filming with my phone. I'm editing on my phone. I don't have a mic. I might need to upgrade. Like I was thinking I should upgrade my camera because it's November. So we just have like 1 month, a little more than a month left of the 2020 budget year. And I'm self-employed with several businesses, so I need write-offs. So I'm thinking maybe I'll upgrade a camera. What else should I get? Like a mic, I'm trying to focus on making my videos better with editing and things, but there's some other things that I could do to take it up a notch. I think I need to. Heidi says, I owned a traditional resale business in the past. My joy in this business is specifically finding my items one at a time. The hunt. Yeah, me too. I take a lot of joy out of my business. Sarah Lee says Seattle bins are dirty, often violent fights. That's the way mine are. Osa Victoria says, it seems that at some point everything sells. My favorite is vintage. I think that's true. I know it is on eBay, but I will tell you, I had items on eBay. I've been selling on there 10 years, you guys, so don't judge me too harshly, but it's like I definitely had items on there that have been sitting there over a year with no sales. So that's why Vendu was so amazing for me, because I said, enough. And I went in there and I imported all those old eBay listings. I deleted them and relisted them so they were brand new listings. And I sold through so much of that stuff. So you can be like, hey, set it and forget it. It'll eventually sell. And you could also choose to be proactive and be like, yeah, let me help these items along. Some of them, my pictures weren't great. So I used Vendu, deleted them, and then they let you lighten up your pictures. I looked at them and was like, oh, some were in the wrong category. Some didn't have great titles, so I edited them up, spruced them up, and the stuff sold. So if you're like, don't have a ton of time, or you're just like, you can set them and forget them, or you can be proactive and be like, hey, I'm going to use Vendu or something. I'm going to relist them. And for me, it was so worth it. I sold through so much of my old stuff. When COVID first happened, I don't know what month it was, probably over the summer. I was barely listing anything new. I was just deleting old listings, stale listings on eBay and Posh, relisting them and watching that stuff sell. It was so satisfying because all of my bins where I store stuff were like, you could watch the bins go down to being like half full, selling the old sale stuff. I highly recommend it. If you haven't done that, give yourself like a week. Get Vendu. I have a discount for like 20% off, might be 25% off. And just delete all that crap. Take like a week or two. Delete it and relist it. It takes about 1 minute. It's so easy with Vendu. And it's like, you just sell that stuff. Why list more stuff? Get rid of your old stuff. Leslie says, I use my phone. I'll be using my new GoPro soon. Ooh, I can't wait to see. And Lisette is running a buy one, get one free sale until Cyber Monday at her Posh Closet at Posh Is My Purpose. That is awesome. Designer Duds Junkie says, your videos are great. You don't need a special camera. They look perfect to me. You're so nice. I think now that I've been on there over a year, it's like, okay, like the past few months, I learned more about editing, and I enjoy editing them. And I think my videos are better. They're better to watch. And it's like, you don't need to. Like, if you're going to start out a YouTube channel, I know a lot of you have said you maybe want to do that. Just start with your phone. Don't buy anything. Don't spend any money at all until you know you're really going to do it and you're going to start making some money and stuff like that. Barbara Baba says, I need each one of you to buy 2 pairs of shoes in my closet since she has 344 pairs of shoes. Help a girl out. That is a lot of shoes, but shoes sell. And I think on Poshmark, the shipping is so high on there. And it's like, if I'm buying shoes or a big jacket, I'm okay spending $8 to $10 shipping. But if I'm just buying a tank top or a silk dress, I don't want to pay $8. That shipping piece holds people up. So I think for shoes, that's really great. Thank you, Quenby, says Lisette. Thank you. I appreciate you in so many ways. I appreciate all of you spending Friday night with me. Please hit the thumbs up. Please make sure you are subscribed with the bell turned on so you know about all these cool new videos that we're doing on the channel coming out. All right, I think we will wrap it up, friends. It's been another great Friday. It goes by so fast. If you want some more Quenby Grateful Queen time, I put out like 3 videos this week. I'm sure you haven't watched them all. Go on over and watch them and leave a comment and like, and we can chat a little bit more in that way. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.